Today, let's dive into the topic of foods that can cause intestinal inflammation and how you can reduce symptoms and heal your gut. Now, the symptoms of intestinal inflammation go beyond the typical bloating, gas, stuck stools, digestive discomfort, or irregular bowel movements you may have experienced. Millions of people suffer from autoimmune diseases like type 1 diabetes, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, lupus, and multiple sclerosis. All these conditions are closely linked to intestinal inflammation. Next, we'll discuss the 5 worst food ingredients that can cause inflammation in the gut and throughout the body. Number 1. Processed sugar. Processed sugar refers to refined sugar and carbohydrates, while added sugar includes high fructose corn syrup, HFCS. Added sugar is the sugar extracted from its source and added to foods and drinks as a sweetener, as well as to extend shelf life. Sugars and processed carbohydrates trigger the release of inflammatory messengers called cytokines. When sugary and starchy foods reach the gut, they selectively feed pathogens and deprive beneficial bacteria, which prefer low-sugar plant fibers. Additionally, sugar damages the protective intestinal barrier, especially when there is a lack of fiber to nourish probiotics. As many of you may know, sodas use HFCS as a sweetener, as do numerous seemingly healthy packaged foods like salad dressings, sweetened yogurts, and granola bars. While processed sugars cause a cytokine storm, natural sugars and whole foods have not been associated with inflammation. Therefore, to control intestinal inflammation, we should avoid or reduce processed sugar. This includes refined sugar like white sugar, cane sugar, and brown sugar, as well as foods with added sugars or fructose, such as ice cream, chocolate bars, and sugary drinks like soda, fruit juice, and energy drinks. It also includes artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, saccharin, and agave syrup. Instead, opt for natural sugars from whole foods, such as yacon syrup, raw honey, raw dates, coconut crystals, and pure whole-leaf stevia, not processed stevia extract, to sweeten your foods and drinks. Now, let's talk about another type of sugar we need to reduce: refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates are grains that have been processed to the point where almost all the bran, fiber, and nutrients are removed. They break down easily into simple sugars, causing rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin levels, leading to weight gain, insulin resistance, and diabetes. These inflammatory, empty carbs are often the comfort foods many of us crave, such as white bread, pizza dough, pasta, pastries, white flour, white rice, sweet desserts, and breakfast cereals. Instead of refined carbohydrates, consume the following types of carbs to soothe inflammation in the gut. Prebiotics, natural fibers that feed good bacteria, found in dandelion greens, garlic, onions, chicory root, artichokes, bananas, whole oats, and apples. Probiotic fermented foods, such as sauerkraut, kimchi, and unsweetened yogurt. Gluten-free whole grains, such as quinoa, buckwheat, millet, wild rice, and brown rice. These complex carbs help regulate blood sugar levels more gradually. Additionally, nutrient-dense complex carbs like fiber-rich fruits and starchy vegetables, e.g., potatoes and legumes, are beneficial. Number 3. Gluten. Gluten is found in wheat and other grains like rye and barley. Even if you don't have celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, reducing wheat consumption can be beneficial. A fragment of gluten in wheat, called gliadin, stimulates the release of the protein zonulin in the intestinal barrier, increasing intestinal permeability. This continuous low-grade inflammation can be problematic. One study found that gluten increases intestinal permeability, especially in celiac patients. Number 4. Ultra-processed foods, UPFs. UPFs contain more than just added salt and sugar. They also include artificial colorings, hydrogenated fats, preservatives, and additives to improve shelf life, stability, and flavor. Defined by Brazilian researchers as industrial formulations with 5 or more ingredients, UPFs make up a significant portion of calorie intake in the US and greatly contribute to added sugar consumption. These foods disrupt the gut microbiome and weaken the intestinal barrier, increasing the risk of inflammatory bowel diseases. Avoiding UPFs and opting for anti-inflammatory whole foods, including antibacterial foods like garlic and ginger, can promote a healthy gut microbiome. Number 5. Vegetable oils. Also known as refined seed oils, these include canola oil, corn oil, cottonseed oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, grapeseed oil, and rice bran oil. These oils are often used for cooking in restaurants and to extend the shelf life of packaged foods. However, they are harmful to gut health and can contribute to inflammation and a leaky gut due to their high levels of omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acids, which are easily oxidized. To reduce intestinal inflammation, replace vegetable oils with healthy fats like avocado oil, macadamia oil, coconut oil, grass-fed butter, and extra virgin olive oil.